Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. I might have to warn you. I'm definitely going to warn you that I didn't come up with this. Was just something that was put to me and I said, okay, I'll do it. I will do it. No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is, what do you call, seriously, what do you call a quarterback who cries after a game? And how many soccer match? Is it one or two? I got a long answer and I got a short answer. I'm gonna start later and then you'll wonder why this was even a question. But hey, I was put to this. I was put to this. What happens to a star player in football who teams get relegated? First off, it's not that football that you're thinking. It's the other football. It's the football that you actually play with your feet, and when you touch it on any levels, on any terms. But hey, can an NBA ref have longing for the answer? I tried searching for the answer, and I'm just gonna tell you what I came up with. We'll get there eventually. Say the best for last, right? Save the best for last. That's what we are going to go with for now. Okay, what do you, a winner, a champion, or touchdowns, then interceptions, one who's considered, or short form, GOAT? First off, why is this quarterback crying? Why? Is the quarterback happy? Is the quarterback sad? Is the quarterback a little bit distraught? Is he all there? Is he suffering from a concussion? I mean, I got questions. For all I know, his head headaches were just hurt so bad. Everything you do, every time, and it's just throbbing and it's throbbing. You just want it to go away. You just want it to go Betty bye-bye. You just want to be this headache. It'll make you cry too. It will make you cry too. How do we know that he is not suffering from, I'm gonna call it a headache. I'm gonna call it a headache because I want to stay consistent and I don't want to use words like migraine that we will have to look up and get the definition for. And I don't want to be throwing out me how you handle definitions. You already showed me how you handle definitions. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. And shout out to you know who. You know who. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry, especially after a game. We won. We got 5, 6, 7 more games to go, but we won because we're gonna win those games too. What do you do when you lose? I don't cry. After taking an L, you could be crying after holding the L. Why? Because the L burned, the L hurts. That's too much weight. That is too much to hold and carry the L. It still doesn't help. It still does not help. That could be the reason. I mean, I got answers. I can throw answers out. I need more questions or more in-depth questions to get to the end game. I don't know. Maybe not. After the championship, after holding the trophy, after winning, after being named the MVP, possibly. But I can't guarantee. I can't guarantee that because, hey, who knows what's gonna happen in the future? I don't play a psychic on TV. My vision on that. And if I had wishes, I wouldn't waste the wishes. And then after that, you go for broke. Then after that, you make wishes like you drink. If you're not drinking water every day, then you should. There's enough information for you to make your own decision on what to call a quarterback. First name, last, regardless. Say his name and don't. He got friends in high places. He's got friends in low places, and they will find you. And I'm not speaking from experience, and I will blink multiple times. I'm not being put up to this. I'm not being put up to this. No. But How many points do you get for winning a football game? Football equals soccer. Soccer equals football. Football equals the thing that you play with your feet when you touch it. I just want to do my hands like an X, but it's a handball. You don't want to do that because you get a card. And this is not a transaction card. This is the credit card. This is one of those cards that can let you know if you can spectator. Continue to be a spectator. And I would. Why don't you know how many points does it take a soccer game? And I'm gonna say soccer so you can understand and not get confused when I say football. No. And since we're here and since it was asked, that's the long answer. The short answer to, is it 1 or 2? No, it's not. Hockey. This isn't hockey. I'm sure watching so many sports and having so many sports in front of you morphed into each other, and you thought soccer was hockey and hockey was soccer, because hockey is something that you do just like soccer, but you do it on ice and there's whatever you want to do. It's your world and the rest of us living in it. I mean, you understand hockey and pay attention because it's 1 or 2 people. The amount of points for football that you really didn't know. I don't know how long it's been 3 points, but something else that I have to tell you. Make sure you're sitting down for this. I have something else that I have to, because it's gonna blow your mind. Your mind is gonna go poof. But stay with me. Soccer and football, yes, the football. The game can end in a tie. Get points, and you get a point. I know, right? The game can end in a tie, and you will get a point. So instead of getting the 3, instead of taking all the points, if you get 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5, equal amount of points that you have with the other opposing team. So in that sense, you probably should have understood the whole. In hockey, they still eventually have a winner. Try to make that make sense. I'm not going to try to make that make sense because it's not. But in soccer, football, that's when you get the 1 point. You get the 1 points at the end of the match, and the end of the match that includes the first half plus extra time. Occasions where it will go to penalties, but that's when it's in a tournament. That's when it's a competition. That's when you have to winner of the match to progress on to the next step, to the next level. But and even in that setting, or even when it comes to that, you don't really get a. I know it's a lot to try to remember. I know it's a lot to try to understand. That's why I'm standing up. You don't need to be standing up, and please keep the sharp objects to yourself. Relax. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. Football is soccer. Soccer is giving it. Say it a couple of more times after that, then you'll actually know it to be true. Likes and overachieving. Say it a couple more times. Don't be the smartest guy in the room. Don't be the smartest guy in the room. Nothing but bad. Trust me. And I'm not speaking from experience. So what happens too? Well, he really doesn't get his team relegated on the team. Hence, the team got relegated. Because if there is more than 1 star on the team and the team gets relegated, then there are bigger questions. There are more important questions that need to be asked. And this one is just in the valley. You need to go and reach for the summit of the mountain, all the way up. Don't start from the bottom up. Go top bottom. Why a star player? Or what would happen to a star player when he won't get relegated? He won't be on that team. He's probably going to get rid of him because they can't afford to keep him. Side note, I'm sure And I know what relegation means, or getting relegated, because you put it and it's in zero clue, and they're here for the ref, and they're here for every. Relegation is when you are in one league that's higher up, qualified, and you don't get enough points to stay in that league, and you go down to the next lower tier, and you're there, and you got to fight your way back up to play in a tournament league, however the structure is. But relegation is that, because you just wasn't good enough. You just didn't have what it takes to compete, or heard some bad things happen. Some people jumped ship. There was some injuries. So I have to explain these things sometime, but that's what I'm here for. That is what it is, because what it is ain't always real, and you need that real, the real, along with place to talk about the new. So we're just gonna stick to the real. There are bigger questions than this. The star player is going to leave, or he's going to stay and help the team get back up. But his shoulders, put this all on. I'm going to say that is not plausible. You can put some negotiable facts in there. You can have some stick, throw some things to the wall and hope it makes sense. Throw on to the level that he is at. If he didn't perform, came down levels and played well under his, sure, blame him, but still, there are more players on the team. Depending on me, I'm gonna keep you up. That's just letting me know that the rest of the one person out of 20 something is performing. Players doing. Then what are the other players doing? In this sport, isn't just going to do it. You're going to need multiple players to perform badly or not be at a higher level and not to get relegated. Because if you got a couple of stars, if you got a couple of peeps in there that can just ball or do a little something, or can just do a little two-step here and there, then you good, you golden, you fine. Unless it's ran like a business, and the business motto is to just, okay. And they have people that really don't know what, that don't know that football is soccer, and soccer, then you probably have problems. Then I would understand your plight. Just put it in a box for you, put a ribbon on it, under the tree, or in your, I don't need to see that suit. I don't need to see the suit, because I'll just give you some free. Be prepared. This ain't rock bottom. Be prepared. The worst doesn't occur and the worst don't happen. You got reason to party. You got reason to throw it up, dance. You got reason to do what it do. Why? Because it didn't happen. Why? Who knows? Why? Why? Ask why. Just go ahead and look down. If you don't know how to create one, just imagine and use mine. Sharing is caring. I'm good with that. I am good with that. To get relegated. It's a fallacy within a fallacy, and I'm not going to explain fallacies for you. It ain't all his fault. It ain't his fault. Did he do that? Some of it ain't his fault. All of it? No. Some of it? Yeah. It takes a team effort. The standard that will keep them up in a higher tier league, and therefore they're going at lower tier. They'll be above that, and they can come right back up. If not, they will stay over or be basically better than those standards, and then require promotion, and then but other than that, unless the manager's not qualified, and I'm being nice, that could be the case. And if that's the case, then you know what to do, and pop that balloon. Don't wait to pop that balloon. Now, yes, referee have long hair. Look, I thought about this long and hard. A couple of weeks, the weeks turned into months, like went, and it turned back into weeks again. And now we're here at video. I looked at some historical documents, asked some imaginary friends, I asked some other people, an email. Yes, an email. That thing like a letter that you type out and that you press send and it goes to an inbox, kind of like the mail, but digitally to multiple people. If you do an all kind of thing, that I'm not gonna continue to the investigation. Explain. I put in the work. I asked people. I did research. Malice in the Palace days. I went back to the 60s, the 70s. I didn't go into the 50s. If you know, you know. The 10s, even present day, might surprise you, but it's okay. It is okay. I am here. Put your chest out, jump up and down, do bicycle kicks, but about 99% of you don't know what the Running Man is, and I'm not going to explain that either. On this, can an NBA referee, the guy with the cool outfit on that runs sure around, that everybody is doing what they supposed to do on both teams, and if there is a foul, you call the foul. If there is some egregious play or happens that needs to be dealt with, you do it because you are the authority. Now, if somebody was put in a position of authority, long hair, a long scruffy beard, and they well groomed, and this is just me painting a vivid picture. I'm not suggesting that this is true. Pump your brakes on that one. That I'm not saying. However, that wasn't properly or well groomed. Would take direction, take instruction from said person if they was a stranger and you didn't know, this was one of your first times meeting them, and maybe you met them a few other times, but you don't know them like that. You don't know them by name. You only know them by ref. You only know them by hey. So basically the name could be hey, or the other word that you can put in before the show, and this is still a family program, therefore I can't say earmuffs, because if I say earmuffs like that, I'm just the earmuff police. To say earmuffs would be the earmuffs police, and plus I don't want to, so I'm gonna keep it clean. You got all that going on, and this person in charge, this person of authority, making calls and doing things that can affect how you are at work, your money. Would you be cool with that? Would you be cool with that? Would that be all right? I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for you. I'm asking for the fan. I'm asking for the person who wants to know that, or peeps that want to know, can the NBA? It seems like it's a straightforward answer. It seems like that maybe I misread it. Or maybe I didn't read it at all, because when I got to, I already checked out. Because if he wants long hair, will I still respect him? Of course I will. Would I still let him do what he do with long hair, operate or ref a game? Maintain being a truth teller. That's the one thing that I would like to pride myself on when I have to, and especially when it's dependent upon all the time, 24/7, 365, and 365 is number of days.
Even though we know with the leap year and all that stuff, but I don't want to
just
include
cause confusions when you say the 365 and do the 1/4 for the 0.25, and it's just too much work. It's just too much work. It's just too much work. I have not. I have not personally I have not seen it. It's almost like chasing. Maybe have you found him? I don't know. The Loch Ness monster. There's pictures. We're tracking him. Yeah. People caught him yet? Nah. It's like that. No. Am I looking for it? No. Is that if I were to see this? Care Bear, stare. I'm that dude. So I will definitely show them pictures. I will definitely showing those pictures, keeping those receipts, doing the Care Bear stare, and doing all these other things that me and Caring is sharing, because I am here for Big Boy Vince is here for you. So when I get my hands on this, you will definitely have this available to you as well. I haven't found any evidence one way or the other to say this does. I'm gonna gather the data and the intel, I'm gonna run a few tests, and from there I'm gonna get it to be ready and available to be tested again, assuming we are formulating another hypothesis. But as of now, say one way or the other. I just know I ain't never seen it before. I ain't never seen the gold coin, but I know it exists. Your instincts, you're gonna have to trust your gut feelings, or you're gonna have to write NBA, and hopefully somebody will get back to you, or better yet, you don't even have to do the NBA. You can just do the refs association, or you can just go and do interviews, or go and reach out and ask refs, and they will let you know, and they will have the correct answer, and they will be able to tell you 1,000,000%. But I can't say one way or the other, and I'm not on the fence. Out on the line and saying, you can't get me, you can't get me, you can't get. Interesting. Even though, please, never again. You can tell by the multiple blinkings. You can tell by me blinking at the.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.